Hello and welcome to Rathod's IAS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 24th September 2023. And whatever the current affairs we are discussing in this class, that will be important from both your UPSC and even your state public service examination, or else even if you are preparing for other competitive examinations also, this current affairs will be very important. So without wasting any time, so let us see the important articles in our Sunday's newspaper. So many students, they have tendency to skip the Sunday's newspaper, but this Sunday's newspaper is also very important to cover your current affairs from environment and ecology and science and technology point of view. So from your environment and ecology and science and technology, you will be getting questions from current affairs. That current affairs you can cover from this Sunday's newspaper. Okay, so don't skip this Sunday's newspaper. So the first article, it is about mobile internet back in Manipur. So actually you know that yes, there is communal violence. Communal violence in Manipur. So this communal violence is between two tribal groups, that is Meiteis and Kukis. So Meiteis, they were in power in the part, they became the part of legislature, and these Kukis are just tribal groups. So between these two people, yes, communal violence happened, and lot of violence was erupted in Manipur, and that also led to law and order problem in Manipur. So because of this wide range of spread of misinformation, disinformation, so what happened, government came up with banning or blocking of internet. Okay, now again government found that yes, there is decreased violence and even there is stability in the law and order, and again what happened, there is back of internet access in Manipur is seen. So here what are the things that you have to focus? As UPSC aspirant, you have to know what is this internet shutdown. So is it first time that internet shutdown is happened in India or not? But number of times in other states like Rajasthan and even in Jammu and Kashmir also, government imposed this shutdown of internet. And you have to see what will be the impacts. So now internet became like, without this internet we can't live for even 1 hour. So here, because of the shutdown of internet, it affects trade, it affects economy, it affects communication, and it will be also having impact on education, because nowadays internet plays a very role in education and even regarding the health also. For example, we have this telemedicine and it is also getting impact by this internet shutdown. So in this way, you have to know at least 5 to 6 dimensions regarding, so what will be the impacts. So if you can add anything, so please let me know in the comment box. So this is about the impacts. And here one more idea you have to see here is, who have power to impose this internet shutdown. And apart from that, here you have to see under which act government can impose this internet shutdown, because from this point of view also you can expect a question. So these are some important ideas that you have to remember regarding this topic. So this is about the first topic that is important. And here you can see one small image of Nilgiri Thar. So actually now Tamil Nadu and Kerala, they are going for this Nilgiri Thar count, and here you have to focus on this animal. So whenever any animal or any plant species you are seeing in news, that will become very important from UPSC point of view. So you have to see in which areas that animal is living and in which areas it is native species. So what are the threats faced by this animal species and what is the protection status. So all these things that you have to remember regarding this topic. So that's all for this first page. And if you move on to the city page, today there is nothing much important. Here in the states page, you can see there is an article. It says that Union government out to dilute MG Narega, says Kerala minister. So here we are not going to see which ministry is saying what about that scheme. So here we are going to see some facts regarding this MG Narega. So MG Narega is nothing but Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. So we came up with this in year 2005. Okay. So under this scheme, government is providing guarantee employment of 100 days in rural areas. And this employment which includes unskilled employment. And under this scheme, government is also ensuring minimum wages. Okay, so what will be the advantage of this type of scheme? So in rural areas, people, they will be not getting employment throughout the year, because most of these rural people, they will be dependent on agriculture for their employment or livelihood. So in this agriculture, only during some seasons like sowing, transplantation and harvesting, during transportation of produce, we can see the availability of work, but not throughout the year. So because of this, this scheme will be very helpful to provide employment opportunities, and they will be getting wages. So this will help to address poverty and as well as hunger, and even helps to manage malnutrition, anemia in rural areas, and even it will improve the standard of living to some extent. And this scheme is also very much helpful to achieve sustainable development goals. Okay, so these are some things that you have to remember. And with this scheme, it is not only providing employment, but even we are creating assets in villages that will be helpful for sustainable rural areas. Is that clear? So these all things that you have to remember while you are reading this article. And here you can see the article, that is Maharashtra's ephemerals, plant that wait for monsoon blooms. So ephemerals you have to focus. So these are nothing but a group of plants. They are having a very short lifespan. They are having very short lifespan. And one more thing here is, so why they are waiting for this monsoon? So these ephemeral plants, they will blossom. That means they will produce flower in this monsoon season. Okay, so here you have to focus on what is this ephemerals. And here you can see one more article, that is Jath reservation issued to dominate today's Mahasabha in Meerut. So here you have to see about this word Jath reservation. So in our constitution where this reservation is written, and you have to see the famous case of Indra Sahani versus Union of India regarding reservation, which said that here a reservation should not be more than 50%. But now what happened, other communities, even they are socially forward, okay, but they are somewhat economically backward, like Marathas, Jats, they are asking for reservation. So how far it is feasible? So please think and let me know your opinion in the comment box. So now we are going to see these articles in a very great detail in our notes. So this is our notes, and we are going to see each and every point which is important from UPSC point of view in a very clear way, so that we are not going to miss even a single point. So first topic, it is about internet shutdown. So this topic is important from your GS paper 2 under governance point of view. So now let us try to see what happened in Manipur. So you know that in Manipur violence erupted between two communities, that is Meiteis and as well as Kukis. So between these Meiteis and Kukis there is communal violence, and what happened? So because of this law and order disturbance happened. So if there is internet means there will be a fast movement of or fast spreading of information will be happening, right? So to contain that fast spread of information, government came up with this shutdown of internet. So over 140 days after mobile internet was suspended, in this ethnic violence hit Manipur. So finally there is restoration of mobile network is seen. So order by the state government said that the number of violent incidents had been decreased, and even there is law and order had been improved in the state. So because of this reason, yes, there is restoration of this internet is seen. So if you're talking about internet shutdown in India, so what is the data? Yes, in India many a times this internet shutdown has been happened, and according to the recent report it said that there are about 84 internet shutdowns in 2022, which is seen from the last 5 years. So this year or 2022 year, so it showed like a very high number of internet shutdowns. And authorities in Rajasthan, they imposed shutdowns on 12 different occasions, followed by West Bengal. So here West Bengal came up with 7 times of internet shutdowns in this 2022, and Rajasthan which went for 12 times of shutdown of internet. So now we have to see who has the power, who governs this internet shutdown in India, and this yellow color box is very much important from your mains. So please be focused here. So internet shutdown orders, they are governed by temporary suspension of telecom services rules 2017, because telecom services they will be providing internet, right? So we have to block this internet supply. So it is done under this Indian Telegraph Act of 1885, and if you see the year, that is 1885, that means this act which came up in this British colonial period. So we are still following that even for the present internet shutdowns in India. So please let me know your opinion whether it is correct or not. Using of this British colonial laws, even after we got independence, up to after 75 years of independence, whether it is correct or not. I want to know your genuine opinion. So in 2007, rules of this telecom services which provides for temporary shutdown of these telecom services in regions on ground of public emergency. So on which grounds we can go for internet shutdown? On the grounds of public emergency. And even senior bureaucrats from Home Ministry at the central and state levels, they have the power to order shutdowns. So who have the power under this act? So senior bureaucrats who are from central and state government ministries, yes, they have the power to order the shutdowns. And this 1885 Act, that is Indian Telegraph Act, which empowers central government. So it is empowering the central government to regulate various types of telecom services, including internet services, and even to grant licenses. And under section 144 of CRPC, it says that communication blockade and continuance of it has been raising trend now. So we don't know like how the new bill it is going to address this issue of this internet shutdown, because it is as per CRPC, and we are going to abolish this CRPC and we are going to come up with a new act, right? And this section 144 gives a magistrate the power to enforce a general shutdown of area. So whenever there is any violence or whenever there is law and order, so district collector will be imposing the shutdown or section 144. Okay, so these are some important things regarding the power of imposition of internet shutdown. So I hope it is clear, right? And now let us see next topic. It is about Maharashtra's ephemerals, plants that wait for monsoons to bloom. Okay, so there is a relationship between monsoon and flower blossoming. So if you are talking about what will be the impact of El Nino means, so El Nino will be delaying rainfall. So because of this delaying of rainfall and less rainfall, even the biodiversity is going to affect. So here you can add this article as a case study regarding the negative impacts of monsoon delay. Is that clear? Are you connecting the points? I am connecting geography with environment here. And if you see the context, it says that blooming is often associated with spring season, but there are some parts of Maharashtra there the certain plant species are present and they wait throughout the year to bloom only during the monsoon season because they love rain. So there are ephemerals, they are waiting for entire year for blossoming, and this blossoming will be happens in this monsoon season because they love rain. So whenever the rain is happening, they will be blossoming in this monsoon season itself. So this type of plants they are called as ephemerals. So in this ephemerals also we can see two types, annual and perennial. So annual and perennial are the two types of ephemerals that we can see. And if you see some details, so actually after blossoming, so after the fertilization, yes, they will become seeds, right? So those seeds, they are the end of their life cycle. So once blossoming is happening and after fertilization, what happened after pollination fertilization? So that flower is converted into fruit. In fruit we have seeds. So the seeds formation, it is the end of that so and so plant. And what happened, this perennials, they have the source like tubers and bulbs in the soil. So what happens, again they will be blossoming, okay, and again they will be sprouting. So these seeds will be going into dormant stage, and whenever rain is happening, again they will take part into the life and they will born again, and they will be again blossoming in the monsoon season. So here you have to see this word, that is ephemeral. So ephemeral plant is one which marked by short life cycles. So we have very short life cycles. And next topic, it is about Cowbell Gully Mushkok Valley opens for tourists. So actually these are the areas which are present near this LOC, line of control. So if you saw this northern part of our country, so here we are having LAC and here we have LOC and here we have this Aksai region. So we have Aksai region, LAC region and LOC region. So this LOC, it is between India and Pakistan. So this LAC, it is between India and China. So always we are posing threat from Pakistan from this LOC region and LAC region from China. And from 2020 onwards we are facing this military standoff, and there is no disengagement or maintaining of status quo across this LAC region till now also. So in this LOC region, it is between India and Pakistan. So here also we will be always facing terror threats from Pakistan. And this valley region, which is very much near to this LOC, and we came up with this development of road here. So whenever we are going for development of roads in this region, so actually this region we have this Trans Himalayas and Greater Himalayas. So here we can see glaciers are present. So whenever we are going for the axis of this region, yes, we can boost tourism, we can improve the economic ties, and even we can restore trade between India and Pakistan. So those will be the advantages. So now let us try to see this topic in detail. So here once again we have to know some important fact, that is about pass. So do you know about what is a pass? So we will be having the different passes, like, and even you can get a question regarding this passes in your prelims. You have to arrange them from north to south or south to north or east to west or west to east. So in this way also you can expect a question. For example, if you are having a mountain range, for example from this area, if people they want to go to the area which is outer side, which is another side, means they have to move around these mountains. So this is the way, right? So what happens if we are having a small place which is present here, and we can easily move from here to here, right? So this type of way between the mountains to move from one side to another side, they are called as passes. Is that clear? And if you see context, it says that the high altitude passes of this Gurez Valley in North Kashmir out of bounds to civilians, because we can see there will be frequent shelling from Pakistan. Shelling means nothing but here army of Pakistan, they will be using rubber bullets. That is called as a shelling. So now what happened? We are connecting this Gurez Valley with this Mushkok Valley. Okay, so we came up with a development project or a road. We are connecting this Gurez Valley with this Mushkok Valley, and this area which is very much famous for this Kargil War of 1999. And actually we came up with this 130 kilometers road. So we came up with this 130 kilometers road, and now this road which is open for tourists. Okay, and this area which is one of the highest pass, it is having height like 4166.9 meters in Gurez, and it will be connecting these two valleys. So if you see some details, so actually we came up with this ceasefire agreement between India and Pakistan, and in this agreement we said that we are going to hold for 43 months of people hopeful that they are going to have peace, and as well as commerce from tourism that we are going to develop because of this development projects. So because of this development project, yes, we can increase access to tourists, and we can increase the movement of people such that we can increase the trade and economy, and even we can also increase commerce between India and Pakistan. And the administration which sees that there is a huge tourist potential if you are coming up with access to this region under this Gurez Dras road to tourist, and road connecting the two valleys is maintained by this BECON, that is the Border Road Organization. And if you're talking about some facts regarding this Gurez Valley, it is one of the few habitations in Kashmir. So in these habitations, so people, they will be living with only log houses. There is no intervention of urban concrete materials. And in this area we can see ibex, musk deer and marmots. They are commonly seen here. And the meadows of Mushkok offer like wild tulip flowers, and we can also see like glaciers that are present. And this valley is also famous for this endangered Himalayan yew. So these are the very important topics and important facts regarding this article. So shall we move on? Are you getting bored? No, don't feel bored. You have to learn the new things. So if you are reading current affairs, you will be getting to know the important articles day by day. And next topic here is Tamil Nadu, Kerala to join hands to count endangered Nilgiri Thar. So the image that you are seeing here is Nilgiri Thar. So this Nilgiri Thar, it is herbivores. So herbivores means nothing but what? Animals will be grazing. Herbivores or grazing animals. In food chain, where they occupy the space. For example, here we have plants. Okay, here we have plants. Plants are primary producers. And we have primary consumers. So primary consumers, they will be dependent on their plants for the food. So this herbivores, which comes under this primary consumers, and this Nilgiri Thar is a primary consumer. Okay, is that clear? And if you see the details of this article, it says that, so we came up with this project Nilgiri Thar, and that too in last year we came up with this project Nilgiri Thar. So we are focusing on conservation of the state animal, that is Tamil Nadu state animal, because yes, this is endangered animal and even the number of this Nilgiri tar is decreasing. So I want to ask you one question. So what are the reasons? So what are the reasons for this decreasing of number of Nilgiri thars? So first one here is poaching. Next one is illegal trading. Next one is habitat destruction. Next one is habitat destruction and even because of invasive species. For example, Senna sceptabilis, Senna plant. There is decreased availability of local grass, right? And because of climate change also. So these are some important reasons for the decreasing of number of this Nilgiri tar. So because of this, government came up with this concept of Project Tiger to standardize the protocol to count this Nilgiri tar population in the southern part of our country. And in this context, Tamil Nadu Forest Department will also propose to its Kerala, its counterpart, to conduct a synchronized census, because this animal which is found in the selective habitats which are present in these two states. So I want to ask one question. So where is this Nilgiri is located? So Nilgiris are located the combination of which and which, okay, and in which states you are present. So please let me know so that you can understand why Tamil Nadu wants even Kerala to come and participate under this counting process. Now let us see some details. So it says that for the first time they are using drones for the census purpose to count this mountain grasslands, the number of this Nilgiris, because this Nilgiris we are having steep and rocky terrains. So we are using the drones for the first time for the counting of this Nilgiri tars, and they are also believed to be little over 3,100 animals, and because of highly fragmentation of habitats, that led to the decreasing of number of this Nilgiri tar. So here in this project Nilgiri tar, which is aiming to study possible causes of even lumpy skin disease. So this lumpy skin disease is normally seen in cattle. So whenever cattle like cow, buffalo, they are getting this disease, so that will lead to decreasing of production of milk. So the same way in this Nilgiri tar also they are facing this lumpy skin disease. So this project Nilgiri tar, the important aim it is to study the possible causes of this lumpy skin disease that has been observed in this animal, and even they want to come up with suggesting of some remedy for this lumpy skin disease. Okay, so this is about this topic, and now let us see some facts regarding this Nilgiri tar. So Nilgiri tar, they are the endangered species. Okay, they are endangered species and they are commonly seen in tropical mountains in southern part of our country. And this animal which is inhabits meadow with a steep cliffs and elevation between 300 meters to 2600 meters. So the elevation, so in this height these animals will be seen. And it is estimated that 3,122 Nilgiri tars they are present in wild in southern part of our country. And historically this Nilgiri tar was known to inhabit a large portion of Western Ghats. So they are seen in Western Ghats. But today it remains restricted to very few patches in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So now what happened, there is decreasing of habitats of this Nilgiri tar, and now they are restricted to only Tamil Nadu and Kerala, but earlier it used to be present in entire Western Ghats. And if you see IUCN status, it is listed as endangered, and even in this Wildlife Protection Act, so they are protected under Schedule 1. So these are some important details that you have to remember regarding this topic. And now let us see next topic. It is about origin of carbon dioxide and Europas. So on this Europa, I am not talking about Europe, it is Europa. Europa's surface. So here you have to focus on what is this Europa. Okay, Europa is nothing but Jupiter's moon. Europa is the name of Jupiter moon. So it is very important fact. Recently Europa is in news, so what it is? It is Jupiter's moon. So this article is important from your science and technology. So recently, as you know that we have this James Webb telescope. So by using this James Webb telescope, it found that carbon dioxide ice which is present on this Jupiter moon. So Jupiter comes under which type of planet? Celestial or outer? Or gaseous or Jovian? Yes, Jupiter will comes under Jovian planet. So it is having the huge amount of gases. So here on this Jupiter's moon, so they found that carbon dioxide ice is present. So it indicates that carbon dioxide originates from a source within ice body in the subsurface ocean. So in the ocean, below this surface of this ocean, so we have ice, and this ice, it is a source of producing this carbon dioxide in this Europa's atmosphere. So if we're talking about the details, it said that the findings from both research groups, they provide new insights into poorly known composition of Europa's internal ocean. So because of these details that we got by using this Webb telescope, yes, now we came up with the insights regarding the presence of carbon dioxide. And the results in the two studies, they complement each other and reinforce the conclusion that finally we came with the conclusion that Europa's subsurface ocean which contains abundant carbon. So this is about the details of this article. Okay, is that clear? And now let us move on. I want to announce this course, it is daily mains answer writing course, and the new batch of this daily mains answer writing is going to be started soon. So here in this course, we are focusing on entire your GS, that is general studies, which includes your GS1, GS2, GS3 and GS4. And here in this course, we are going to give you the detailed schedule for the next 1 year, what you have to read, and based on that daily one question will be given to you. And you need to answer those questions, and you have to send your answer to our mail ID so that there will be evaluation. So what are the highlights here is, we are going to provide you daily one question, but on Sunday there will be essay or case study practice, and we are covering your entire GS portion. And one more thing here is, there will be evaluation of your answers, and even we do provide model answers for the questions, and also those answers you can download and you can keep for the further future reference. And one more thing here is, there will be live doubt clearing sessions. So for all these things you need to pay just 8,200 rupees, and the course it is for 1 year. So try to join this course, and if you want to talk to me regarding this course, you can call me on this number 8074765513. Okay, and even it is WhatsApp number, you can also text me on WhatsApp, because this course is very useful, because in the recent 2023 UPSC means, so lot of questions which appear in the examination paper, they are directly from our mains answer writing practice itself. And even we are focusing on static plus current affairs based questions. Okay, so for this will be very useful. And what are the discussions we had in our live sessions, that helped students a lot to write the mains answers. So because of that I am saying, so this course is very beneficial, and you are paying just 8,200 rupees for 1 year, and even you can get mentorship as well. Try to join this course as soon as possible. Okay, so this is about this topic, and now let us try to see our newspaper PDF. So today is Sunday, there will be no editorial session or op-ed session, right? And if you move on, 1 minute. Yeah, here this topic I discussed, that is about Keobal Gali Muskok Valley opens for tourists. And here you can see there is a very small article, that is take action against 26/11 preparations, India at United Nations General Assembly. So here you have to see what is this 26/11 attack. Okay, and even you have to see some facts regarding this United Nations General Assembly. So So 26 by 11 Mumbai attacks, they happened because of entry of terrorists to the sea route. So recently one movie which appeared, like it is depicting about this 26 by 11 Mumbai Taj attacks. Okay, so if you have time you can watch that movie so that you can understand how NSG played a very important role. Okay, and next if you move on, here you can see this article, that is India's quality of active TB cases finding suboptimal. So this article is talking about active case finding. So active case finding means the people or patients who are having this TB now. Okay, so actually there are increasing of TB cases, and even to address this TB, government came up with lot of measures like Poshan Abhiyan, and even government is providing the stipend also, right? And actually government came with this TB Mukt Abhiyan as well, right? So here you have to know what are the causes of this TB, that is causative organism, what are the signs and symptoms, and even you can see what is a treatment plan. Here you will come across antimicrobial resistance or multi-drug resistance also. And here you have to see what are the measures taken by the government at global level and as well as at national level. So already we discussed this topic number of times in our discussions. You have to do revision. And next topic is Tamil Nadu, Kerala to join hands to count this endangered Nilgiri Thar. I discussed this topic. And in the world page there is nothing much important. And you can move on to this science page. So in this science page also most of the articles that you may not get in your prelims or mains. So it is waste of time. So I discussed about this topic regarding origin of carbon dioxide on Europa's surface. That's it. So these are the very important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. So if you have got at least 5 to 10 new points after watching this video, so please hit the like button and try to share this video to your friends as well. And one more thing here is, if you are visiting Rathod's IAS Academy for the first time, please do subscribe to the channel. Don't forget this. And try to join this main answer writing practice, so it will be very beneficial for you. So by this I am concluding, and we are going to meet in the next session. Thank you so much.